a khutbah that is a message also for us in our times. He says to the Muslims that the previous people, they used to take the graves of the prophets and the righteous people as mosques. And I forbid you to do such a thing. Do not take the graves of the righteous people and the prophets as graves. لعنة الله على اليهود والنصارى اتخذوا قبور أنبيائهم مساجدا. May the curses of Allah be on the Jews and the Christians. They took the graves of their prophets as mosques. And he says, Allahumma la taj'al qabri wathanan yu'bad. Oh Allah, do not make my grave a place people will come to worship. My grave is not a mosque. Oh Allah, do not make my grave a place people will come to worship. Then he says to the Muslims, Hadith of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, he says, Inna Allah khayyara abdan ma indah wa ma inda Allah. A servant of Allah has been given a choice to choose what is with Allah and what is with this dunya. And this servant of Allah has chosen what is with Allah. So the Sahabas, they understood this was a general message. But Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, in a mosque, this fool, he starts crying profusely. And he says, فَدَيْنَاكَ بِأَبَائِنَا وَأُمَّهَاتِنَا. We sacrifice you, O Prophet, with our parents. May our parents, our mothers, our fathers be sacrificed for your sake, O Prophet of Allah. Muslims are wondering, why is this old man crying? And later on they understood that the servant Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was speaking about was himself. He was given a choice by Allah to stay in this dunya or to go to Allah, and he had made his choice that he is going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the only person who understood it was Abu Bakr. Prophet ﷺ looks at Abu Bakr, he says to Abu Bakr, Ya Abu Bakr, la tabki. Oh Abu Bakr, do not cry. And he says to the Muslims, Inna amanna an-nasa alayya bi suhbatihi Abu Bakr. The person who I owe the most from all the Muslims is Abu Bakr. His money, his property was like my property. I take from it whatever I feel. He gave me everything, Abu Bakr. He says, وَلَوْ كُنْتُ مُتَّخِذًا خَلِيلًا مِنْ أُمَّتِي لَاتَّخَذْتُ أَبَا بَكْرٍ. If I was to choose a Khalil, a person who's a close friend, it will have been Abu Bakr. وَلَكِنْ أُخُوَّةُ الْإِسْلَامُ وَمَحَبَّةُ. But for him is the brotherhood of Islam and his companionship. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen me as he chose the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam to be his Khalil. So Prophet alayhi salam became the Khalil of Allah the same way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had chosen Nabi Allah Ibrahim to be his Khalil.